Hey, good morning. God bless. Welcome to Throwback Thursday on September 18th, 2014. Today I want to address anybody involved with the occult. And what I mean by the occult is anything outside of belief in Jesus Christ. I was involved with the occult for 33 years, and I've been involved with so many things. It started out with Satanism, Thelema, ceremonial magic, the Necronomicon, chaos magic, Discordianism, the Holy Order of the Golden Dawn, the Rosicrucian Society, the Holy Order of Ra-Hoor-Khuit, the Holy Kabbalah, Buddhism, Hinduism, yoga, etc., etc., etc. And it's funny, if you find anybody out there that's involved with the occult, New Age, whatever, they will never have just one belief. They have multitudes of beliefs because they are seeking, like I did, illumination, or whatever you want to call it, the great work, the knowledge of conversation, the holy guardian angel, nirvana. They're seeking this stuff, and they're not going to find it because there's only one truth, and that's the truth of Jesus Christ. So that's why these occultists have so many religions. So a couple things I want to talk to you about. I'm going to try and keep this under 7 minutes, man, but it's going to be hard today. This is a big subject. I want to show you this picture, tattoo on my arm, and look at the symbolism around the hexagram. That symbolism are God names, Tetragrammaton and Agla. They're two names of God out of the Bible. And the thing that's funny is, just with me, I didn't even believe God existed. I did not believe in God. I believed in the devils, but I didn't believe in God because I didn't believe in the Bible. Never, other than when I was young and forced to go to church, never believed in the Bible and didn't really retain anything from it. So the thing I find funny about this is all of us, or all of you who are involved with the occult, who don't believe in God, or believe in God but think the devil is more powerful, or they don't believe in God at all and don't even really understand what all these words mean. The thing that I find funny is, check it out. In Scripture, in James 2:19, it says, the demons also believe in Jesus and they shudder. Psalm 114:1 says, the fool has said in their heart, there is no God. And Luke 10:17, after he sent all these dudes out to go exorcising demons out of people, the dudes are like, even the demons submit to us in your name. And it's funny because in ceremonial magic and the Necronomicon and all these other occult religions where they do conjure up devils and demons and spirits, it's funny that they don't believe in this stuff, but yet they use names of God to protect themselves. And what this symbol means is they carve this or draw it on the floor, and then in front of it they put a triangle, and they put names of God around the hexagram and around the triangle, and that's what they would stand in to conjure demonic forces up into the hexagram to question them or use them, and they couldn't escape that because of the names of God around them. Even in the O.T.O, man, and Thelema and ceremonial magic, a lot of their purification rituals, a lot of their protection rituals, they call on names of God. They call on the names of angels and archangels in the Bible in order to protect them and to keep the area pure from spirits and evil forces. Hello? I was right there with you, man. I was just as subjected into my mind to the idiocy of what all this meant and didn't mean. But the other thing about it is, when you're involved in this stuff and you're involved with having spirits and demons and stuff influence you, man, I don't know about you. I don't have many of my journals left. I threw and burned almost everything from my past I have. I still have this one journal left, and I use it for my Throwback Thursdays and to look back at what I used to be. This was between 1989 and 1991. But I just want to show you how messed up you get doing all this stuff. There's times in these where I know I was the man, and I was standing up on the throne, and I thought I ruled the world, and I was better than anybody else, because the one thing a lot of occultists have in common is pride, and they think they're better than everybody else, and I was right there with them, man. But there's most of the time you didn't know what was going on in your mind because you didn't have control of it. I'm gonna read you this expert out of my journal real quick, and this was 2 days after my birthday in 1990. I was in Waupun Correctional Institution, and I wrote, what is going on? Am I finally losing my sanity? Am I insane? Was I ever sane? What's happening to me? Before, I always assumed that Brian was me. Beelzebub was my past satanic self. I had kind of got out of Satanism in 1987 and got into all this other stuff thinking it was any different. And it seems like all these names are actual personalities, and I am at war with them all the time. A war that the Brian half has no control over anymore. I fight Beelzebub so hard, but the conflict doesn't seem to want to include me in the rules, if there are any rules. It's like a dang modern-day war between God and the devil. I just wish they'd leave me out of this war. This is one of the few times in the last 2 or 3 weeks that I can actually think clearly for myself. My Beelzebub side came on real heavy, heavier than ever before, for about 2 weeks straight. In that time, I memorized 3 rituals, read and bought books on Satanism, pulled out my satanic literature, and brought out my satanic scrapbook. The only time Velev, and Velev was my initiate name in the O.T.O and Thelema and Crowleyism, the only time Velev came through was about 3 days ago when I received a letter and package from Keither, a letter from Ion 66 and Art. But that only lasted for a couple days and Beelzebub came back strong. I hate to admit it, but I actually believe that this evil will win this battle. I do not have the strength to fight it anymore. I have no one to talk to about this. The chaplain or clinical services would laugh at me, call me a loony, and put me in a straitjacket. My mother would never understand. There's just no one around here to talk to lean on for help. I do want help, and I underlined want, but I can't fight this war myself. It seems like every time I pick up a decent book, a helpful book, I get pains in my head and start coughing real bad. For once in my life, I'm scared. And I want out of this stuff. Why me? For a while there, I thought I was doing darn good, but to no avail. I guess I messed with something I shouldn't have messed with, and there's no way of backing out. Once you play with fire, you get burned, and I am getting burned. People laugh at this stuff and think it's all a joke, it's all fiction. Well, I tell you what, I'm living it. I just wish I could be young once again and start over with the knowledge that I have now. I would never get involved in any religion. It all sucks. And then I just go on cutting down God. A God I didn't believe in. So there you have it. I just want to say that, man, this is what the occult does. This is what anything outside of Jesus Christ does, because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't help you. There's nothing to be found in it. It's all idol worship, and it will mess with your mind to the point where a lot of times in this book I had so many suicidal thoughts because I was seeking illumination purpose where there was none. And there's only one person that can help. And there's only one truth. All this stuff I was looking for illumination and truth. There's only one truth. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And what is the truth? Jesus says, I am the truth, and the truth will set you free. Jesus Christ set me free. He did that for me. Jesus Christ was there for me when nobody else was, when nothing else was, when no other false religion and false idols could help me. I have this stuff all over my body, and the only thing that helped me was Jesus, who did that for me. You know what? I always quote this verse in Jeremiah 33:3. God says, call to me, and I will answer you, tell you great and incomprehensible things you do not know. We don't know nothing, man. God knows. He had us planned out in his mind before we were even born. So why not go to the person that devised you and knows you better than you? Jeremiah 29:11, a lot of people quote it, and I'm going to say it. For I know the plans I have for you. We don't. These occult religions don't. And nobody else is telling you who you're supposed to be and what you are don't. God knows. And he says, for I know the plans I have for you. This is the Lord's declaration. Plans for your welfare, not for your disaster like all these other religions. To give you a future and a hope. Does this stuff that you're into give you a future and a hope? No. And if you say yes, you're a liar and you're ignorant. You will call to me and come and pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when? When you search with all your heart. You need to give all your heart to God and to Jesus, just as much you do all this other nonsensical religions, and he will set you free. God bless and have a great day.